the tuxedos on the bears just about killed me. The real challenge about creating these little tuxes, I mean, when we got the bears, their tuxedos were absolutely destroyed. They had to be completely recreated again. I tried to make patterns from the old ones, and somehow they would just never fit right back on the bears. The other thing about doing it is, of course, their arms move, so you have to have enough mobility in what you've created without making it look like they've got one big sleeve, and not having it baggy, but still having enough movement. It has to be a really fitted garment. And of course, it's not like you can sew up a cute little suit and then just dress them. You have to actually build it onto them, dress them into it, because you can't move their arms and stuff to dress them. So that was incredibly challenging, and I was pretty happy the day I put that final bow tie on the last bear.
We went with stumps, obviously, because they're in a forest, so the machines had to be hidden. So they were made out of, Tim constructed them out of plywood, you know, it's like, so just a piece of plywood, and then 2x4s I think it was, or 2x2s, and then a plywood base, and then we stretched them, or I suggested stretching them with canvas, and then in theatre there's this magical texturizing medium called piggy poo, which is basically a mixture of sawdust and white glue and a bit of water, and then that was slapped on the side of the canvas once it had been attached and allowed to dry, and that gives you a wonderful rich texture with which to paint. So then I sprayed, you know, it's like airbrushed them and then dry brushed.
To fix the baby bears, which they're very damaged beforehand, we had to take them off their mechanical armature, strip the fur off them, and then find out a way to remold the plastic. And this is plastic that, again, it's from the 50s. It's a really old character, and all of the pieces inside, like all the armature was all rusty, but the actual bear itself with this shrunken head had to be reformed. And so eventually I came up with the idea or trial of boiling them, putting them in a pot at home, and seeing if the even heat of the water for a certain length of time would give me the room to remold plastic. I've worked with all kinds of plastics and heat forming them. It seemed like it would work, and it did. Eventually I was able to straighten up the baby bears, and it worked great.
Making that teeny little top hat and putting those pearls and the bow on the girl bird, I loved doing that, and it's something that you don't see right away, and then when people do notice it, they feel really kind of like, ooh, look at that up there in the tree.